If you saw her today, you'd think she'd been loved her whole life. That's what makes her story so incredible. Because the first time we met, she was a tiny puppy whose cries were louder than anything else around her. Looking at her now, it's almost impossible to believe she's the same dog. And this is Mulan's story. I'm part of the rescue team that helped save her. Everything started with a heartbreaking video someone sent us. Before we even reached her, we could hear her screaming. Every movement caused unbearable pain. When I looked into her eyes, I didn't see fear alone. I saw confusion. She was just a puppy who couldn't understand why anyone would hurt her. We brought Mulan straight to the emergency veterinary hospital. The examination revealed multiple broken bones, a severe skin condition, and a body that had already endured far more than it should have. The veterinarians moved quickly while we stood nearby, hoping we hadn't arrived too late. Rescue work teaches you to prepare for difficult moments, but nothing prepares you for seeing a puppy fighting that hard just to stay alive. Because her condition was so critical, Mulan was placed inside an incubator. Those first days were filled with uncertainty. Every phone call from the hospital made us nervous. Every small improvement gave us hope. More than once, we found ourselves standing outside her room in silence, wishing we could somehow take away the pain she'd already been through. All we wanted was for her to have the chance to experience a life that wasn't filled with fear. About 2 weeks later, we finally received the news we'd been praying for. Mulan had started eating on her own. Soon she was asking for food every chance she got. It might not sound like much, but to us, it felt like a turning point. That tiny puppy wasn't simply surviving anymore. She was beginning to fight for her future, and every bite she took reminded us that hope was slowly replacing heartbreak. Once she left the hospital, Mulan returned to our rescue center to continue healing. We treated her skin every day and carefully monitored her recovery. We tried letting her rest inside a crate, but she became anxious whenever the door closed. After everything she'd been through, it was easy to understand why. She didn't need another place that felt like a prison. She needed patience, kindness, and time to believe she was finally safe. The happiest moments always happened outside. The first time we took Mulan into the garden, she stood quietly for a few seconds, taking everything in. Then her tail started wagging. She sniffed the flowers, chased leaves across the grass, and looked around with the curiosity every puppy deserves to have. Even though she still limped because her broken bones were healing, she never let that stop her. Every joyful step felt like another piece of her old pain fading away. Over the following weeks, Mulan transformed right before our eyes. The puppy who once screamed whenever she moved became the dog who greeted every volunteer with excitement. Her body had healed, but the greatest change was the trust she had found again. During Mulan's recovery, one woman followed her journey from the very beginning. She celebrated every update and never stopped asking how Mulan was doing. Eventually, she told us she wanted to give her a forever home. Watching Mulan leave for the United States was emotional, but it was exactly what we'd hoped for. Before long, photos started arriving of her running through a backyard, sleeping peacefully on a soft bed, and looking completely at home. She wasn't just surviving anymore, she was finally living. People often think rescue ends the day an animal is saved. In my experience, that's only where the real story begins. Watching Mulan learn to trust, to play, and to love again reminded me why we never give up on animals who have every reason to give up on people. Today, her past is only one chapter of her life, not the ending. If Mulan's journey touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe. Every story shared gives another forgotten animal a better chance at the happy ending they deserve.